What is your father's name?
My father's name is John. He is 45 years old. He works as a teacher. He enjoys teaching students at school.
How old is your mother?
My mother is 42 years old. She loves cooking for the family. She stays at home and takes care of the house. In her free time, she enjoys gardening.
What does your brother do?
My brother is a student. He is 16 years old. He studies in high school. He likes playing football after school.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 2 siblings. I have 1 brother and 1 sister. My brother is younger than me. My sister is older than me.
What is your sister's name?
My sister's name is Sarah. She is 25 years old. She works as a nurse in a hospital. She helps take care of sick people.
Where does your father work?
My father works at a school. He teaches math to students. He has been a teacher for many years. He loves his job very much.
How old is your grandfather?
My grandfather is 70 years old. He retired 5 years ago. He used to work as a carpenter. Now he spends time with his grandchildren.
What does your grandmother like to do?
My grandmother likes to bake cookies. She makes the best cookies in the family. She also enjoys knitting. She makes scarves for all her grandchildren.
Does your mother have a job?
Yes, my mother works at a bank. She is a bank teller. She helps customers with their accounts. She has been working there for 10 years.
How many cousins do you have?
I have 3 cousins. 2 of them live in the same city as me. The other one lives in another country. We meet during holidays and family gatherings.
What is your uncle's job?
My uncle is a mechanic. He fixes cars at a garage. He has been working there for 15 years. He enjoys repairing cars for people.
How old is your aunt?
My aunt is 35 years old. She is a lawyer. She helps people with legal problems. She works very hard at her law firm.
What does your cousin like to do?
My cousin likes to play the guitar. He is very good at it. He often plays at family gatherings. Everyone enjoys his music.
How old is your younger brother?
My younger brother is 10 years old. He is in elementary school. He likes to play video games after school. He also enjoys riding his bicycle.
Does your sister have any children?
Yes, my sister has 2 children. She has a son and a daughter. They are both very young. They love playing with toys and reading books.
What does your father like to do in his free time?
My father likes to read books. He enjoys reading about history. He also likes to go fishing on weekends. Sometimes he takes me with him.
How many children do your grandparents have?
My grandparents have 4 children. They have 2 sons and 2 daughters. My father is the oldest. They all live in the same city.
What does your mother like to cook?
My mother likes to cook pasta. She makes delicious spaghetti and lasagna. She learned the recipe from her grandmother. We all love her cooking.
What does your brother want to be when he grows up?
My brother wants to be a pilot. He loves airplanes and flying. He reads many books about planes. He says he will travel the world one day.
How old are your parents?
My father is 48 years old, and my mother is 45 years old. They have been married for 20 years. They met each other in college. They are very happy together.
What does your cousin study at university?
My cousin studies engineering. He is very smart and works hard. He wants to design buildings in the future. He is in his final year of university.
What is your father's hobby?
My father's hobby is gardening. He grows vegetables in our backyard. We have tomatoes, lettuce, and carrots. He enjoys spending time in the garden on weekends.
Does your brother have a part-time job?
Yes, my brother works part-time at a coffee shop. He works there after school. He makes coffee and serves customers. He is saving money for college.
How old is your niece?
My niece is 5 years old. She is very playful and loves dolls. She also likes to draw and color pictures. She just started going to kindergarten this year.
What does your nephew enjoy doing?
My nephew enjoys playing soccer. He plays in a team with his friends. He practices every weekend. He wants to be a professional soccer player when he grows up.
What does your aunt do for a living?
My aunt is a nurse. She works in a hospital. She takes care of patients and helps doctors. She loves helping people feel better.
How old is your older sister?
My older sister is 30 years old. She works as an architect. She designs buildings for a big company. She is very talented at drawing and planning.
What does your grandmother enjoy doing?
My grandmother enjoys sewing. She makes clothes for the family. She taught me how to sew as well. She is very good at making dresses and shirts.
Does your father play any sports?
Yes, my father plays tennis. He plays with his friends on the weekends. He has been playing tennis for many years. He also likes to watch tennis on TV.
How old is your cousin?
My cousin is 22 years old. She is studying to become a doctor. She is very passionate about medicine. She wants to help people in the future.
What does your grandfather do now?
My grandfather is retired. He used to work as a banker. Now he spends his time reading newspapers and gardening. He enjoys telling stories from his younger days.
What is your mother's favorite hobby?
My mother loves to bake. She makes delicious cakes and cookies. Every weekend, she bakes something new. We all look forward to trying her treats.
What does your brother do in the evening?
My brother likes to read comic books in the evening. He is a big fan of superheroes. After reading, he sometimes watches TV. He also likes to play board games with the family.
How old are your grandparents?
My grandfather is 72 years old, and my grandmother is 70. They have been married for 50 years. They live in a small house in the countryside. We visit them every summer.
What does your father like to watch on TV?
My father enjoys watching the news. He likes to know what is happening around the world. He also enjoys watching documentaries. Sometimes he watches old movies with the family.
Does your mother like to travel?
Yes, my mother loves to travel. She has visited many countries. She enjoys learning about different cultures and trying new foods. She always brings back gifts for the family.
What kind of music does your brother like?
My brother likes rock music. He listens to it every day. He plays the guitar and wants to start a band. He also goes to concerts with his friends.
What does your sister do in her free time?
My sister enjoys painting. She likes to paint landscapes and flowers. Her room is full of her artwork. She also gives paintings as gifts to friends and family.
Does your aunt have any pets?
Yes, my aunt has a dog. His name is Max. He is a small, friendly dog. She takes him for a walk every morning.
How old is your niece and nephew?
My niece is 7 years old, and my nephew is 5. They both love playing with toys. They enjoy playing together after school. They also like going to the park with their parents. What does your cousin do on the weekends? My cousin likes to go hiking on the weekends. She enjoys being in nature. She often goes with her friends. They explore new trails and take lots of pictures.
Does your father like cooking?
Yes, my father enjoys cooking. He likes to grill meat on the weekends. He also helps my mother in the kitchen sometimes. He makes delicious barbecue.
What is your uncle's favorite sport?
My uncle loves basketball. He plays with his friends at the local gym. He also watches all the basketball games on TV. He used to play in a team when he was younger.
How many uncles and aunts do you have?
I have 2 uncles and 1 aunt. They all live in different cities. We visit them during the holidays. We enjoy spending time together as a big family.
What does your sister want to study in college?
My sister wants to study biology. She is interested in animals and plants. She loves going to the zoo and nature parks. She hopes to become a scientist one day.
Does your grandmother live with you?
No, my grandmother lives in her own house. It is not far from our house. We visit her every weekend. Sometimes she comes to our house for dinner.
What does your cousin do for fun?
My cousin likes to play video games for fun. He has a lot of games on his computer. He also plays with his friends online. They often play together in the evenings.
How old is your older brother?
My older brother is 28 years old. He works as an engineer. He designs machines for a company. He enjoys his work very much.
What is your mother's favorite food?
My mother's favorite food is sushi. She loves Japanese food. She also likes to cook Asian dishes at home. We sometimes go to her favorite sushi restaurant on weekends.
What does your father do in the morning?
In the morning, my father wakes up early. He likes to exercise before breakfast. Then he reads the newspaper. After that, he gets ready for work.
How many children does your aunt have?
My aunt has 3 children, 2 boys and 1 girl. They are all in school. She enjoys spending time with them in the evenings.
Does your brother like reading books?
Yes, my brother enjoys reading books. He loves adventure and fantasy stories. He always brings a book with him wherever he goes. He reads every night before going to bed.
What does your father do after work?
After work, my father relaxes at home. He likes to watch TV or read a book. Sometimes he helps my mother in the kitchen. In the evening, he spends time with the family.
How many people are there in your family?
There are 5 people in my family. My parents, my 2 siblings, and me. We all live in the same house. We are a close-knit family and do many things together.
Does your grandmother have any hobbies?
Yes, my grandmother loves knitting. She makes sweaters and scarves for the family. She also likes to read books. She often reads novels in the afternoon.
What is your father's favorite book?
My father loves reading detective novels. His favorite book is Sherlock Holmes. He has read it many times. He enjoys solving mysteries in the stories.
Does your sister play any sports?
Yes, my sister plays volleyball. She is on the school team. She practices every afternoon. She loves competing in matches with other schools.
What does your mother like to do on the weekend?
My mother likes to go shopping on the weekend. She enjoys buying fresh fruits and vegetables from the market. After shopping, she relaxes at home. Sometimes we all go for a family outing.
How old is your nephew?
My nephew is 3 years old. He is very energetic and playful. He loves playing with his toys. He also enjoys watching cartoons with his parents.
What does your brother do after school?
After school, my brother does his homework. Then he plays with his friends outside. They play soccer or ride their bikes. In the evening, he helps my mother with dinner.
Does your father enjoy going to the movies?
Yes, my father loves going to the movies. He enjoys watching action films.
How old is your aunt's son?
My aunt's son is 12 years old. He is in middle school. He enjoys playing basketball with his friends. He also likes reading comic books in his free time.
What does your sister like to watch on TV?
My sister likes watching cooking shows. She enjoys learning new recipes. Sometimes she tries cooking those dishes at home. We love tasting her new creations.
Does your uncle like to travel?
Yes, my uncle enjoys traveling. He has visited many countries. He loves taking pictures and learning about different cultures. Every summer, he plans a new trip.
How old is your cousin?
My cousin is 18 years old. She is about to start university. She plans to study business. She is very excited about her new journey.
What is your mother's favorite flower?
My mother's favorite flower is the rose. She loves red roses the most. She has a garden full of them. She enjoys taking care of the flowers every day.
Does your brother play a musical instrument?
Yes, my brother plays the piano. He has been learning for 5 years. He practices every day after school. He is very good and sometimes plays at family events.
What does your father like to do on weekends?
My father likes to go for long walks. He enjoys walking in the park near our house. Sometimes he takes us with him. He says it's a great way to relax.
Does your sister work or study?
My sister is still studying. She is in her last year of university. She is working hard to finish her degree. After that, she plans to find a job.
What does your grandfather do in his free time?
My grandfather enjoys fishing. He often goes to the lake near his house. He likes spending quiet time there. Sometimes he catches fish and brings them home for dinner.
How old are your niece and nephew?
My niece is 8 years old, and my nephew is 6. They both love playing games together. They often draw pictures and show them to the family. They also like reading bedtime stories.
Does your mother like gardening?
Yes, my mother loves gardening. She grows many plants in our backyard. She takes care of flowers and vegetables. Gardening makes her feel relaxed and happy.
What does your cousin do for work?
My cousin works as a photographer. She takes pictures at events like weddings. She has her own studio. She loves capturing special moments for people.
Does your father have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, my father has one brother. His brother lives in another city. They talk on the phone often. We visit him during the holidays.
How old is your aunt's daughter?
My aunt's daughter is 15 years old. She is in high school. She likes to draw and paint. She hopes to become an artist one day.
What does your grandmother like to do in the evening?
In the evening, my grandmother likes to knit. She makes sweaters and blankets for the family. She also enjoys watching old movies. Sometimes we watch them together.
Does your mother enjoy baking?
Yes, my mother loves baking. She makes cakes and cookies every weekend. Her chocolate cake is the family's favorite. She often bakes for special occasions like birthdays.
What is your uncle's favorite hobby?
My uncle loves photography. He takes pictures of nature and wildlife. He often goes to the mountains to take photos. He has won some awards for his photography.
How many siblings does your mother have?
My mother has 2 sisters. They are very close. They often call each other to chat. We visit them during holidays and family gatherings.
What does your cousin study in school?
My cousin studies science. He is very interested in space and the planets. He wants to be an astronaut in the future. He loves reading about space missions.
How old is your younger sister?
My younger sister is 12 years old. She is in middle school. She enjoys playing the violin. She practices every day after school.
What does your mother like to do after work?
After work, my mother likes to relax. She usually reads a book or watches TV. Sometimes she goes for a walk in the park. She enjoys spending time with the family in the evening.
Does your grandfather still work?
No, my grandfather is retired. He used to work as a bus driver. Now he spends his time at home. He enjoys gardening and taking care of his plants.
What does your niece enjoy doing?
My niece loves drawing. She draws pictures of animals and flowers. She also likes to color with her crayons. Her drawings are always very colorful and bright.
Does your father have any pets?
Yes, my father has a cat. Her name is Bella. She is a black cat with green eyes. He loves taking care of her and playing with her in the garden.
What does your uncle like to do on vacation?
My uncle enjoys going camping during vacation. He loves nature and the outdoors. He takes his family with him on camping trips. They enjoy hiking and sitting by the campfire.
How old is your cousin's son?
My cousin's son is 4 years old. He is very playful and loves running around. He enjoys playing with toy cars. He also likes playing in the park with other children.
What does your father do in his free time?
In his free time, my father enjoys reading newspapers. He likes keeping up with the news. He also likes to go fishing on weekends. Sometimes he brings us fresh fish to cook.
Does your sister have any hobbies?
Yes, my sister enjoys painting. She paints pictures of landscapes and animals. She also likes to go hiking on weekends. Painting and nature are her favorite things.
What does your aunt enjoy doing on weekends?
My aunt enjoys cooking on weekends. She loves trying new recipes. She often invites the family over to taste her dishes. Everyone looks forward to her cooking.
Does your brother play any sports?
Yes, my brother plays soccer. He plays with his friends after school. He is the goalkeeper for their team. He practices every weekend to improve his skills.
What does your mother enjoy reading?
My mother enjoys reading novels. She likes romance and mystery books. She often reads before going to bed. She says reading helps her relax.
Does your father enjoy going to the gym?
Yes, my father goes to the gym 3 times a week. He likes staying healthy and fit. He usually does weightlifting and running. He says it makes him feel strong and energetic.
What is your sister's favorite subject in school?
My sister's favorite subject is math. She enjoys solving problems and equations. She finds it fun and challenging. She hopes to study engineering in the future.
How old is your aunt's youngest child?
My aunt's youngest child is 3 years old. He is very curious and loves exploring. He enjoys playing with his toy cars. He also likes listening to bedtime stories before sleeping.
What does your cousin like to do in her free time?
My cousin enjoys playing the piano in her free time. She has been playing for 5 years. She practices every evening after school. She sometimes plays for the family during gatherings.
Does your grandmother like to cook?
Yes, my grandmother loves to cook. She makes traditional dishes that everyone enjoys. She has been cooking for many years. Her recipes are passed down from her mother.
What does your brother do on the weekend?
On weekends, my brother likes to play soccer with his friends. They meet at the park every Saturday. After the game, they usually hang out and eat together. He really enjoys the time spent with his friends.
Does your father like reading books?
Yes, my father loves reading history books. He enjoys learning about the past. He has a big collection of books in his study. He reads every evening before going to bed.
How old is your sister's son?
My sister's son is 2 years old. He is learning to talk and walk. He loves playing with his toys and exploring the house. He is very curious and full of energy.